Hey guys, welcome to Muscle Memory. My name's Malcolm. We're on the road to WWC Euphoria. World Wrestling Council is going to be on January 20th on Triller TV. And I have a very special guest is here to talk about the show, his wrestling dynasty, Primo Cologne. How are you, sir?
Pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, real excited. We have this big event January 20th. I think it's the first time in Puerto Rico, the first time in the world that people have this access. It's going to be in English. It's going to be in Spanish to see what Puerto Rico wrestling is all about. I mean, I've wrestled for over 20 years, but now this is a new stage in my professional career as a promoter, matchmaker, and a entertainer in a completely different aspect. And I'm really excited about it.
Definitely.
And I'm real proud of the product that we're going to produce come January 20th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you're going to be a special guest referee for the Universal Heavyweight title match. Seems very exciting. Look at this stage of your career right now, because you honestly look the same as when I used to watch you when I was 9 years old. So you haven't aged one bit whatsoever. In this stage of your career, are you still looking for that moment in professional wrestling as an in-ring competitor, or are you moving more into the promoter side of it?
Well, you know, I'm half black, so black don't crack.
Yes,
I'm trying to concentrate myself in the next stage of my career, which is actually being a promoter, directing stuff from a backstage aspect. And now don't get it twisted, I can still go in the ring. You know, I'm getting up there in age, but you know, I eat well, I train, I try to sleep and sleep at a consistent basis. So don't be surprised if I do something come January 20th.
I'm very excited to see what happens there. For fans that haven't watched World Wrestling Council, what can they expect out of this card that compared to maybe other wrestling companies that they watch?
Well, to be honest, I don't expect at least the first fan, the new fan, to expect every wrestler that's going to be on the card. But I will tell you this: this is a card. It's complete from top to bottom. We got tag team matches. We got table ladders, chair matches. We got there's going to be a mixed tag match. But you guys already know who Zach, right? I mean, Matt Cardona is. You know who my bad. Nick Nemeth is. You know who Ryan Nemeth is. You know who Chris Adonis is. We don't have to mention their other names, but you guys know who they are, and they're good friends of mine. We've been on the road for so many years, and I want to reach out to them. I said, hey, I want to come up. I want to collaborate. I want to bring this thing together. And these are the guys that I thought, okay, I think we're gonna make a hell of a card, and I think it's gonna be something. I just want any fan out there that loves wrestling in total, say Japanese style, Mexican style. I said Puerto Rico style is. I'll be honest with you, it's like the 1980s back again with a little bit of a flair because we have updated a lot of things. So it's an opportunity for you guys to just give us a shot. That's all I'm asking for. It's $20. It can't hurt. Now I don't give out refunds, but you guys are gonna have a hell of a time. And this is our third pay-per-view with the people of Thrill TV, which I want to say I'm real appreciative of them. So we've been 2 for 2. So this time we decided to go one step ahead, bring in this tremendous talent because I'm confident in my production team that we're not gonna, there won't be any gaps. Hope God willing, there won't be any gaps or anything like that. It's going to be production. We've already proven ourselves twice. You can go back and see. You can ask the people of Thrill TV that, we've been on top of our game as far as production-wise. Because trust me, I mean, one thing's being a wrestler, that's easy. You can go train, eat, sleep, drive, get to the arena. But when you're in the backstage part, you have to make sure everybody's happy, this and that. And I'm making sure all these moving parts. And it's not just me, obviously. We have a crew, but it's not like other companies where they have 20,000 people.
No, of course.
So it's about 5 people of us making sure that all the wheels are turning in the right direction. But the stars are lining up for us, and we're really excited. January 20th. If you haven't seen Puerto Rican wrestling, you've heard a lot about it. Well, give us a shot and check this out on Thriller TV.
Definitely. And even looking at your family dynasty, I feel like a lot of people talk about the Harts and Guerreros and whatnot, but I feel like the Clones are also a very underrated wrestling family. Could you explain your family lineage for people that they don't even know that there's such a dynasty?
Well, it all starts off with my dad, obviously. At the age of 18, he gave his diploma to my grandmother. Because that's what she promised. Like, you better get an education before you start, fighting. He did that, and he was on a bus to Boston the next day. And it starts from there. Then he went to Calgary. He met up with his business partner, Victor Javica. And they decided to go to look for a territory to start their own promotion. Because I'll be honest with you, as a man of a minority, if you will, back in the 70s, it was kind of hard to get in. And there were biases in baseball. There were biases in football. And trust me, there were a lot of, como se dice, hurdles you had to go through or jump over if you were a black man or Latino in the sport of wrestling. Unfortunately, thank God times have changed now, and it's looking a lot better for anybody of color. Actually, we're probably almost at the same playing field.
Yes, sir.
So it's something I'm proud of. But my dad did that back in the day because he knew, he said, if I want to give it a shot, I got to write my own history. And he went down to Puerto Rico. It took him about a year to actually establish and win the fans over. But then the golden era of wrestling from the 1970s to the early 90s, I mean, they had to build stadiums bigger just to pack them in. And it's something I'm proud of. I mean, if you can look back at YouTube, there's a whole bunch of matches, and you can see just the arenas, the humanity, and the energy that the fans had was something incredible, man.
Definitely. And obviously, like your brother and yourself, your cousins have all taken over like this wrestling.
Yeah. It's a family business. I mean, It was kind of like the mafia. Once you get in, you can't get out. And and we love it, But there comes a time where this is my brother's doing his thing in WWE, and I'm real proud of him. So is my dad. He can be more prouder. He said.
Definitely.
But I was just talking to him the other day, and he said, I don't think anybody loves wrestling more than I do. My dad. And he's 75 years old. And I'm like, Dad, catch a break. We were trying to watch a movie on Netflix, and he's not paying any attention. He's just talking. I'm like, trying to watch a movie, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, Dad, let's forget about wrestling for at least 5 minutes. And all he wants to do is, he lives, breathes. I've never met anybody. I don't even think this man loves wrestling more than my dad does.
It definitely sounds like it. And even like you mentioned your brother as well. He used to return back to the WWE. What was like your thoughts going through your head watching him come out at Backlash?
Well, no, when he came out of Backlash, I said, they better sign him. They'd be idiots not to sign him, because he came out to, I don't know if they have a barometer of the audio, but he was blowing off the speakers.
Certainly.
My brother's looking like $1 million, man. I have a good feeling good things are coming for him in the near future. He's gonna represent, and he's gonna tear it up. I know that.
For sure. And even looking at the landscape of WWE right now, like you mentioned before, is definitely gotten a lot more even to say when it comes to minority wrestlers. In your mind, who in your opinion is the next big Latin star in the WWE and just professional wrestling in general?
I like is it the guy my brother has a little beef with, kind of
Santos Escobar?
Escobar, there you go. Yeah. He seems like he kind of looks like a little bit like a Juventud Guerrero-ish.
Does.
But a little more a little taller. He's not a junior heavyweight. Yeah. He seems like one that can go. There's a couple talent. Lashley, obviously, he's a beast too. I mean, they got a whole bunch of new faces.
Definitely.
But last year's looking pretty good. They'll be all right. They always do good, and they know how to pick good talent.
Yourself and your cousin had so many different names for when you guys were a tag team. Obviously, Primo and Epico, and the Los Matadores and Shining Stars. What led to those different character switches in WWE? And in your opinion, what was your favorite one?
Well, first of all, I think my best financial decision was Los Matadores, because I can't. Those masks, for some reason, everybody wants them. And I'm like, what the? I'm trying to throw them away. I'm trying to get rid of them. And I always get requests, do you have any of those Matadors masks? Well, we pitched an idea that we want to be, we just want to do a spinoff off the Conquistadors. It was supposed to last 2 weekends, or, because we wanted to feud with, I think it was Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio at the time. Me and my cousin were on the bad side of a town, if you will. And we wanted to come up with something. I said, well, let's do a little spoof off a spoof. and they like the idea, but then sometimes when you talk to creative or whatever, somebody else gets this other idea, and it goes one thing turns into another. When they added the little person in a bull suit, I said, well, they're not gonna boo us. Not with this cute little, it looked like a miniature bull. I said, they're not gonna boo us. No, we're gonna have to be, good guys. So the concept was one thing, it turned out to be another, but I mean, we ran with it for about 3 years. So no complaints on my side.
In your opinion, what was like your favorite moment when you were in the WWE?
I think it was, I mean, the one that I could say that I could, real proud of, the one that I can, put a badge on my shoulder would be when we won the Unified Tag Team titles. Unfortunately, it was a dark match, which I'm still pissed off about, but I'll let it slide. Against Miz and Morrison, it was me and my brother. I think it was 2012. I'm bad with numbers.
Was this the one at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Yeah. WrestleMania was a pre-show.
Yeah, pre-show. Yeah. Don't remind me. Please.
Sorry. That was actually the first wrestling match I ever watched. That's why I wanted to bring that up. That's actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was epic. So it was really cool to watch that match.
All right. Thank you for making me feel old. All right.
No, you're not old. I would give you past the day past 26 for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
But as we start to wrap this up, for like fans that have never watched World Wrestling Council, in your mind, if there's a few matches for them to go back and watch, what matches would you recommend?
Man, there's gonna be a saga. I don't know if you have, like, if you live in Puerto Rico, like if you live in Florida, there's a channel called WAPA America. So it's basically Puerto Rico's station. It's a premium channel on various suppliers like Adelphia, like AT&T, cable providers, if you will. And then there's one called WAPA TV. And then we have our show Saturdays and Sundays from 1 to 2. There's one called, they're going to have a real nice saga. I saw a video of Ray Gonzalez, his career, and then just proving that his career's not over yet, because he's a little bit older than me. And he's going to be facing the most wanted guy in professional wrestling, which is Dolph Ziggler. And it's a good little saga so people can actually understand. Let me see if I can forward that to you later.
Sure.
The YouTube. And then it's in Spanish, so you got to bear with it. But you guys can get the message. And, there's classic guys that comes out there. Warlord comes out, Dutch Mantel. I mean, it's a little bit of the classics and some new stuff. But this dude, Ray Gonzalez, I hate him to death, but I gotta give him credit. I respect the guy. That's why I hate him. And he's gonna be facing my buddy I'm bringing in, Nick Nemeth, at this big pay-per-view, January 20th. So mi gente, no se lo pierda de Puerto Rico, mi gente de todo Estados Unidos, se le quiere. Y mira, los invito para que vean el 20 de enero en la Pepín Cestero de Bayamón, Puerto Rico. We will be there. I hope you tune in. And give me some feedback, because I really do want to hear if you guys like it or not.
I'm sure everyone will, definitely. I'm definitely looking forward to watching this show. Primo, thank you so much for your time. I greatly appreciate it. Where can they find you on social media, or even find WWC on social media if they're not already following?
Okay, you can't find me on social media because I'm not on social media. I'm old-fashioned, if you want, in that sense. I know I gotta say, people say I gotta do it, but I'm like, you know what? Some people should like the mystery of, I don't have to show you every little nit. I mean, if I have something to promote, then I get it. But I'm pretty laid back when it comes to that. I can send you over the WWC. I got it on my phone, but I'm gonna have to.
Sure.
I don't want to lose you.
Put it on the screen right now so everyone can follow WWC. But I really do think at some point you should probably make an Instagram. I feel like it would be really epic.
It's maybe it's just pictures, right? You don't have to freaking tell your life story.
Pictures, videos, a little bit, whatever you want to show. But yeah, I mean, totally up to you. Totally up to you. But Primo, thank you so much for your time. I greatly appreciate it. My name's Malcolm. This is Muscle Memory, and we're out.